Environmental Leadership and Training Initiative, ELTI, is a program of the Yale School of Forestry and Environmental Studies whose mission is to protect and restore biodiversity and ecosystem services in tropical mosaic landscapes by building the capacity of stakeholders who manage and influence these areas to implement a range of sustainable land use practices. ELTI's efforts in Panama are focused in the Azuero Peninsula, one of the most deforested regions of the country, where Panama's action plan for the fight against drought and desertification classifies around 70% of the Azuero as dry and vulnerable to degradation. The degradation of the region is due to conventional ranching practices, which involve cutting of trees and shrubs, overuse of agrochemicals, and setting fires at the end of the dry season to stimulate the reestablishment of pasture grasses. The dry season can be quite severe and last for longer periods during El Niño years.
As an alternative to conventional cattle ranching, our courses focus on ecological restoration strategies for agricultural landscapes. Civil pastoral systems, which are a form of agroforestry that integrates trees, forage shrubs, and livestock production, and don't require the long-term use of agrochemical inputs. These systems are particularly appealing since they enable farmers to maintain and even enhance traditional livelihood practices in a more environmentally sustainable manner.
To address this problem, in 2013, ELTI established their training landscapes in the Azuero Peninsula. Here, ELTI offers courses which provide participants with experiential, place-based learning opportunities designed to facilitate engagement and exchange and support the retention and application of knowledge. The training landscapes were situated in areas of long-term forest restoration research sites. To disseminate this scientific information and enable learning, ELTI developed demonstration areas, interpretive trail networks, and model farms from which the data is collected and integrated into the course curriculum and training materials. Unique to ELTI, post-course follow-up and mentoring is provided to alumni so they can put course themes into action. Many alumni implement forest restoration and sustainable ranching practices on farm or at ministry-level projects. ELTI also provides the assistance for these alumni to develop community associations and obtain project funding to establish model farms. Many ELTI alumni in the region are recognized as local experts and even serve as co-facilitators during training courses and farm visits, utilizing their model farms as a farm school and educating and inspiring others to conduct restoration activities. One example of these empowered local environmental leaders are members of the Association of Livestock and Agro-Civil Pastoral Producers of Pedasí, known as APASPE, which was formed by alumni from ELTI's first courses in the Azuero in 2009. After taking the field courses, several participants applied to ELTI's leadership program to receive support to apply the knowledge they learned. The ELTI team supported the alumni to establish APASPE, after which they were able to apply for international funding from the Global Environmental Facility's Small Grants Program to establish over 100 hectares of civil pastoral systems and conduct forest restoration projects on their farms. Since 2013, APASPE has received over 3,000 visitors to their model farms, including local farmers, indigenous leaders, extension agents, government agency officials, politicians, and local and international students. ELTI's program has helped to empower local environmental leaders who are making positive changes on their farms and within their communities. These changes collectively are becoming a grassroots movement within the Azuero to support sustainable ranching and forest restoration practices, which has the potential to expand throughout the country.
La finca La Más Bellaca también fue una finca tradicional. Ahora no es una finca tradicional. Ahora es una finca de éxito, de rendimiento. Eso es la finca La Más Bellaca. Pero gracias a ELTI. Gracias a ELTI, la finca La Más Bellaca es éxito ahora.
Another example of ELTI's successful model and a replication of the APASPE experience in a different region of the Azuero is the Save a Tree, Live Better Ecological Producers Association, known as SAVIM. SAVIM's founding member and president, Edelmira Navarro, was inspired by what she learned during the ELTI field course and particularly by her interactions with APASPE farmers. She decided to work with ELTI's leadership program to apply on behalf of SAVIM to the Small Grants Program to establish similar model farms in her community.
Bueno, la experiencia ha sido buena, pues gracias a las capacitaciones y el contacto con ELTI, pues logramos el proyecto, que eso fue una de las metas más importantes. ELTI pues nos ha ido apoyando en lo que es asistencia técnica y en capacitaciones.
Recently, ELTI, in collaboration with the Peregrine Fund, has also began expanding trainings for Embaran Wunan indigenous leaders from the Darien province and adjacent Embra Wunan indigenous territories. These leaders will be implementing forest restoration, agroforestry, and sustainable livestock production as part of a recent project they were awarded. Course participants learned how to design and implement strategies to increase forest cover through agroforestry systems. Additionally, participants had the opportunity to learn and exchange experiences, concepts, and practical tools with ELTI facilitators, local experts, and peers.
La experiencia con ELTI digo nos porque involucra a las personas locales de la provincia de Darién, nos ha parecido muy importante para fortalecer las actividades de conservación que estamos realizando dentro del proyecto del águila arpía en la provincia de Darién. Las personas locales han escuchado la parte teórica de profesionales de ELTI, luego han pasado a campo a observar toda esa información teórica.
ELTI's goal is to build capacity and enable people to implement on-the-ground actions that ultimately contribute to conservation and restoration of tropical forests. Benefits for ELTI's alumni have resulted in the establishment of a network of model farms that will have a range of tangible ecological and production benefits, some of which are more immediate while others will come to fruition over time. In addition, participation in ELTI's activities have generated an array of social benefits for farmers and communities involved. For more information about ELTI's activities in Panama, please visit our website at elti.org.